The spirit of a young robed man paces the chamber anxiously. He sees you approach. A look of trepidation crosses his spectral features.
Did my order send you? To cure the child?
The spirit falters, momentarily lost for words. Finally, he musters a nod.
I was hungry and thirsty for days. Then I rested. When I woke up next to my corpse, I thought I was delirious. I hoped I was delirious. But eventually, I realized what had happened. Some form of demon seized her and nested inside her mind. She cannot speak or move. We did what we could to help, but we could not risk provoking the beast within. We can find her here until a way to safely remove the demon could be found. It was my duty to watch over her, but I was never relieved of that duty. She has no family that we know of. All she had was a pet cat. That poor girl's life is drifting past her, thanks to that demon. Her cell is just over there. I can let you in, but are you sure you can help her? What are you going to do? Some of the best minds in Riverlon couldn't help this girl. And you think you can do better than... But nobody else is coming to help, are they? I'll let you in, but promise...
The spirit can't help but smile.
I knew you had good in you, the moment I laid eyes on you. Take good care of her. Bring her somewhere peaceful. Don't disturb the demon within her.
The undead cat arches its back and hisses.
Get away! Do you hear me? Away! I won't let anyone hurt my mistress anymore. Mistress saved me when I won't leave her side. Not until... Get away. I won't let anyone hurt my mistress anymore. Get away! Get away. I won't let anyone hurt my mistress anymore.
The undead cat arches its back. The undead cat arches its...
Get away! I won't let anyone hurt my mistress. I already died once. I'm not afraid to die again. Now, oh, mistress, save me. I won't leave a son.
The young girl lies silently on the floor, eyes open and staring. Her only movement is the tiniest rise and fall of her chest. The girl's eyes don't even flicker as you lean in close. Her fingers seem to grip you ever so slightly. The girl's grip tightens. A flush of color spreads across her previously bloodless features. She's grown stronger, strong enough to move, perhaps.
Wherever you take her, I hope it's a better place than this. Take care of her. Cure her if you can. My task here is done.
The chill of the vault seems even colder for what you have just witnessed.
To lock away the problem is simply to admit failure. What we see here is intellectual defeat. The child...
To lock someone away for eternity is terrible. To leave them with no one but a demon for company, that is unforgivable.
A dusty old chamber with a demon locked inside. There's a metaphor in here somewhere. Why these folks would volunteer for it is beyond me.
A trembling spirit wrings his hands, his eyes darting around the room. They settle on you.
What are you doing here? What do you want? You mustn't linger. You mustn't remain. One must not mean harm to do it. Please, go.
His hands shake. He clears his throat.
As a priest, I had a patient. A dastardly demon held him in its grasp. The demon absorbed all his pain. I planned to torture the demon until it gave up its grip over the poor fellow. I began in earnest, but his cries pierced my heart. Even if the treatment could save him, I hadn't the stomach nor the soul for it. So I lied to the others. I told them there was no helping him. I told them to seal us down here, where he could do no harm, where I could guard his prison. Better one soul damned than two. This demon gluts itself on pain. Only the utmost torture would draw him forth. I couldn't do it. I refused to subject myself or my comrades to such... If you've the stomach for such an ungodly task, I won't keep you from it. Perhaps we broke the lever for the door when we locked him inside, so that none would ever attempt to free him.
This again.
Part of the lock mechanisms.
It's not working. There's something to this I'm not seeing.
You should go from here. This is no place for the living, for the sane. As the lever's fixed, perhaps you could extract him. But you'd have to be able to contain him, defeat him, once he'd been loosed. Who am I to say if you're prepared for that? I suppose the alternative... Be wary. This demon knows no decency, no remorse.
Look at you. Handsome. Handsome. Come close, won't you? My, how long it's been. How very, very long it's been. Would you believe Brother Calvin locked me up in here because he said I was possessed by a demon? Just because I don't feel pain. Everywhere. Oh, he would be. Old Brother No Life took it on himself to stow me down here like a jar of summer peaches he was saving for next winter's pie. You gotta wonder what for, huh? Maybe I was a little kooky back then, but you'd be amazed how sobering millennia of imprisonment can be. Praise the Seven, right? Praise the Seven, that's all over.
His mouth twists in an ugly snarl as he stutters that last sentence, and a flicker of something unrecognizable, yet malevolent, flashes across his gaunt face.
You are here to free me, right?
The dwarf's face becomes calm, serene even. He looks into your eyes, tranquil as a baby lamb.
Well then, just destroy the pillars. Nothing to it, for one not wrapped in chains. You're not going to walk away, are you? Are you? Is it almost over? This close there. I can't think straight.
It feeds me. I like it.
I'll yield to none. Would you believe Brother Calvin locked me up in here because he said I was possessed by a demon? Well, they did. Maybe I was a little...
His mouth twists.
You are here to free me, right?
The dwarf's face.
Well then, justice, nothing to it.
As you...
Yes.
The dwarf's face flickers and changes, becoming hot red and enraged.
What are you doing? Stop it! Stop it! Is that all you've got? This is almost over. Psst. Hey, come on. Don't act like I'm not here. This close bloody prison. body. This bloody prison. This bloody body. Come on. Don't act like I'm not here. Let me out! Let me out, or I'll... I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me.
The Reaper for
The demon has been defeated at last, but the fellow he possessed had to be sacrificed too.
Liberty or death? He has both now, and he's better off for it.
Another soul off to the Hall of Echoes. I'm almost jealous. I wonder if they prefer it to this desolate plain.
He may have been possessed, but he was a person. Innocent as you or I. This isn't right.
I do hope you will do what I could not. I hope you will...
His hands shake. He clears his...
As a priest, I had a patient. I planned, so I lied. Better one soul damned than two.
The spirit of a priest lifts his eyes to yours. When he speaks, he rasps, as if there were dust in his voice.
I watch the gate. Who goes there? I watch the gate. I watch the one who must be watched. I watch the one who should be dead but can only be chained. I watch the gate. You must leave. The one who must be chained will take your soul. Do not let it speak. Do not let it speak to you. No, you must leave. You must not speak to it. You must not speak to the one who must be chained. It will... Kill it if you can, but do not let it speak. I beseech you, do not let it speak. The lock will work. The gate...
A lizard on all fours lies chained in the pit. The raw power you sense within her is barely contained by the spell that binds her.
Do you know who you are, Godwoken? Do you know what you seek? I am you, but greater. I am Godwoken, born to be divine, all-powerful. So powerful, I will grant my powers to the Godwoken who would use them for good.
Deep inside you, the word power wakens your god's desire, for power is what it wants. Desire rises to surround your heart, but its avarice is tinged with suspicion.
Not always, my friend. And not this time. Come, release me. Untold power will be yours. These are chains of pure source. Not even the divine, the gods rest his tortured soul, could break them. Set me free, and I shall give you the power that you seek. Show me the goodness of your heart, Godwoken, and I will share my power. Take one step. I know you. You are better than this. Show me the goodness of your heart, Godwoken, and I will...
The lizard closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and begins to speak inside your head. Her voice transfixes you in a warm...
I know who you are. I know what you want. I know your good heart. I know you want to set me free.
With a jolt, she is repulsed. When next she speaks, it is through...
I know who you are. I know what you want. You will not... I know who you are. 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 I know the weakness of your heart. Who you are. I know 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 the weakness of your heart.
watched the gate, but the one who should be dead is dead. I'll watch the gate no more.
The tree's spirit embraces its putrid host, an elven ancestor lost to the same demonic disease that infests all of Blood Moon Island.
Qui manducad omnio myrtus ex, it quot potest etze.
Your hand passes through the spirit to rest against the corrupted ancestor. It is rough to the touch, save the pustules dotted across the bark. Yet there is nothing to divine but rough bark and swollen pustules. You cannot say which elf spirit inhabits this tree, or how it came to suffer its second death.
Nin ect mehi, elgo pertidi ex hombre en mihre. It piredit to tiraka.
By the Seven and all the saints, I ne'er dreamed I'd be grateful to be lying cold on the ground. I'm finally rid of that demon. Finally rid of that bloody voice. Not much more than you've been told, I'm afraid. She made a deal with some mighty dark forces, and now she's looking for a way out. I'm not sure that even my voice knew the terms. It was all very hush. Suspicion is she's promised to give up something powerful, though.
The spirit of a Black Ring Reaver looks down at his corpse in dismay. He notices you approach and challenges you in a throaty rasp.
You're not one of those blood things. Who are you? You look the part, I suppose. We had orders to take the island at any cost. They didn't work. Half of us died. Of course, me and some others just barely made it. Orders. One of my comrades used source magic. That's